update. Got all the seams, gone over the second time. Gonna let those dry and they should be good enough to sand, so that way I can get this primed. Got these all done. Went ahead and I got more plastic down. I did get the tape on the seam here. In the corners, I'm not gonna actually seam because this is gonna be a closet. So I'm not too worried about it. I think what I'm gonna do is use 2 pieces of old trim and you'll see what I'll do with that. But now I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the flooring out for in here. Okay, I got some of the flooring down. You can see these are just the general tools I'm using. Other than that, I'm using my miter saw to cut the ends, but it's literally just put it down, trim the one end, that comes down to here, and you just keep going down. So this is one box of the flooring. I'll show the flooring in a minute, but now I'm gonna go up and get something to eat for lunch. All right, I got 2 boxes of flooring down, and you can see over here, I'm just a touch short. Because what I ended up doing was I actually sat down and figured it out again. And you can see, well, this is inches to square inches. Then I changed it to square feet. And then this is how much the boxes hold. 2 boxes. So you can see the 47.8 and the 49.1. That equates to that much short. So what we're going to do is, since I'm going to be putting this in that corner anyway, I'm actually going to get a piece of plywood and put a piece of plywood down, overcut this whole thing. So that's going to be covered anyway, to raise this up off the floor so I can bolt this down to the floor. So we're going to go ahead and get that piece. I got it already going. Let me show you that. All right, and this is the piece. I got one side and all the edges stained right now because this is actually a semi-transparent color stain. So I'm just trying to seal this wood. Once this dries, I'll flip it, do the other side, because this side is the side that's going to be towards the floor. I just want to make sure it's sealed good, so that way I don't have to worry about any moisture or anything coming through. Been kind of going without recording. I was actually on a roll, so I just kind of kept going. But you can see, actually, I got the trim, and this is what I was talking about, what I was going to do in the corners. This is actually a lot of old baseboard trim that we had from when I gutted out here. So I got plenty of this stuff from all around in the house. So we're going to go ahead and just use it like that. These are going to get painted over anyway, so I really don't care. So that's why I went ahead and put them up now before I even did the priming. So I will put something down and drop cloth when I'm painting on the floor to keep that from being protected. And then next I gotta wait for that piece to dry so I can put it in there. All right, working on the trim. You can see I got this part here done. The inside part's done. This, like I said, I'm using leftover pieces. So literally what we're doing, as you can see, it's too long. So I'll show you how to mark this here. Is basically set it down here and get your reveal where you want it. And then follow it all the way up. Make sure you're square. And then you want to actually put your mark here. And that's going to be where your line comes down through. All right, you can see I got the line and the mark here. So now it's going to go cut it. And you can see how I put this little mark there. That is just to keep it so I know which way I'm going. And you can see my end has a little laser level here, and that's right where we're going to cut it. All right, now that's cut off. Now we're going to take this back over here, and we should be almost perfect right there. You don't get much better than that. And now we're just going to nail it in. Okay, and you can see that I have the reveal basically the same all the way up through and across and then all the way back down again. So that's basically done. Like I said, this is all getting painted, so I don't care if there's a little bit of different discoloration on it or is a different color. It's all going to get painted. All right, went ahead and I got basically trim all the way up around, and the door is done. The trim is in here is done. Remember, this side of the wall I am not doing, so I'm going to leave that open so that way, it's kind of cheap, but I just want to be able to put some things on there. I'll probably come back and put more shelves across those. You can see everything is coming along nicely. I just got the fan going now, trying to get the rest of the mud dry, so that way I can go ahead and finish up in here. Okay, I went ahead and got all this sanded. This sanded, you can see I got the trim still on there. Got everything sanded, so now it's ready for primer. So we're gonna go ahead and start within here first. I got drop cloth down, ready to go. Got everything primed. You can see I even did the wood because I'm not too concerned because that's getting painted. And then even the trim, you know, whatever got on that doesn't really matter because I'm going to be doing this in a darker paint along with these pieces. But now everything is primed all the way up. I even primed just the little cover just to seal it. But now everything's ready to go, ready for paint. Okay, well, we used up the leftover paint we had. So I got the walls are painted. I can see some thin spots, but you know what? I'm kind of stuck because that's all we had. That was just a little leftover can, and we're doing this on the cheap. So that is what it is. Essentially, this is going to just be an oversized closet. So I think that's fine the way it is. I did do in there and just this wall right here in the face. And then I rolled my roller out on this wall just to help cover up some of the drywall work. So we're going to have to redo this the rest of the way around, and we'll find a different color for that. And then I already have my paint here. This is what the trim's going to be. I don't know if you can see that color. That's what color the trim's going to be. That's why I wasn't too worried about if I got anything on it. So I think that's a pretty good stopping point for now. Okay, it's the next morning and the paint's all dry. So next step is I'm going to have to get the trim work done, and then we'll be ready to start moving stuff back in. Didn't show it, but I went ahead and got the trim painted. I did want to show this little trick. So after, you know, because everything was already done beforehand. So to make it so it's easy to paint, get yourself basically just, this is a tape knife. And then when you paint, just go from here to here. Don't go over the edge. And then you can really just work your way down and keep doing it. And then you don't have to worry about getting stuff on the floor. So now we're just gonna let this dry and then we're gonna start moving stuff back in. Got the first racks back in. Got the server rack here mounted. It's actually fastened here and up here. I got this bolted down so this doesn't move anywhere. And it's still gonna have plenty of airflow because I'm gonna put the other two racks over here. All right, we're all done for now. I still gotta put the door on, but the door is gonna be another project. But you can see now basically my oversized closet is done because you can come in, I got all the shelves around and there's even more so you can keep going around to the back corner. So there's plenty of room to walk around in. It gets everything done that I wanted to, and it gets everything so it has a place. So we're gonna be done with this project. Next thing I gotta do is the door, but I gotta custom make that, so that's gonna be a complete, its own thing. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below.